Hi, this video is going to be about how to debug your Zapier connection to high level. So if we take a look at my screen, you'll see that this first lead here looks very strange. Now maybe for you the lead is blank or there's just something else going on with it, but this is just a good example of if you run into a lead coming into the system and you say to yourself, wait a second, this isn't right, something's wrong. So the very first thing that we need to do is, if we know this is coming in from Zapier, so that's sort of step one, is this coming in from Zapier? So if the answer is yes, then what we're going to do is we're going to log into Zapier and we're going to go to your Zaps list. Now in your Zaps list, of course, you're going to be able to see which Zaps you have, which ones connect to high level, and our goal here is to find the one that's pushing in this lead. So what I recommend you do is you go up to Zap Task History. Now, of course, I made it easy on myself. I've only got one here, so it's pretty easy to see the one that's passing into high level. But what you can do to help track it down is just look at this date and time and then compare that in the system. If you click on the actual lead, you can scroll down and you can see the date that it went into the system. So that'll give you an idea of how to match it up. And then of course you can see that there's all of this bad data here. And so what you're going to do is you can actually click in on the Zap Task History for that entry and kind of scroll down. And so right away, what I can see is this came in from the email parser, but it could be any other connection. It could be a form, it could be a funnel, it could be, it doesn't matter, it could be anything. What we want to look at is the data out. So what is the data that's coming out from our source? So in this case, we can see that there's this big, huge, massive message that's coming out. And then most importantly, what is the data that's being mapped in? So we can see here that the first name field is getting all this information, and the last name field is getting all this information as well. And so we can see right away that this is where our issue lies. Clearly, this is way more than the first name. If your leads are coming in blank, what you might find is that these fields actually have nothing in them. So then what you know is, okay, wait a second, I have a problem with the mapping that's happening from up here in my source to down here in my actual connection to high level. So the way to fix that, of course, is you can just click Edit Zap Settings. And then what you're going to do is you're going to first just go through this step by step and just make sure, okay, do I have exactly what it is that I think I do? How does my sample compare with what I expect? And then when we come into the high level connection, we're going to go ahead and look at the template, and we're going to make sure that in here, am I getting the information I need? So in this case, this looks fine, but in our case, that second email, the real data didn't work. So these are the steps you want to go through anytime you're running into an issue where you think information's coming in and it's just getting either munched like this, or you're finding that the contact is blank. So hopefully this gives you a good place to go on how to debug your Zap. And as always, if you have any issues, feel free to shoot us a support ticket and we're happy to help. Thanks so much. Have a good night.